Proctor Ingram?
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxton told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
Huh. I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Attention. This is a notice to all personnel.
Hey, Knight.
Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Thank you.
Doctor.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
We had a deal.
I said I'd return to the Brotherhood of Steel, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Help us end the Institute's greed.
All those people dying in the Commonwealth while I was surrounded by food, medicine, and comfort. How could I be so blind to the Institute's greed? Oh, you really know how to push my buttons, don't you? Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
I'm worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Not like the initiates back in my day.
his face from going one-on-one with a death claw.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Did we make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. We might not be best buddies, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
all know how much kids and adults alike love the great taste of Nuka-Cola Classic, Nuka Cherry, and Diet Nuke. And now it's our pleasure to announce to you the latest in soda flavor technology, Nuka-Cola Quantum, with 17 fruit flavors blended together with that signature cola taste. Nuka-Cola is the perfect soft drink for all occasions. With its new strontium additive, it's got that unique kick that'll keep you feeling fresh and radiant, whether it's for a day at the job or a night on the town. Nuka-Cola Quantum, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste.
Honey, do you mind setting the table?
We need to talk first. I'm afraid I forgot to do that.
Oh dear, what's wrong?
I got laid off today.
You never know
Oh
what you'll
no,
find.
that's terrible. Did you at least get a severance?
Not a dime.
Well, chin up. It's not the end of the world. I'm sure you'll be back on your feet in no time.
I've been fired from 3 straight jobs, Daphne. The word's gotten around town. No one's gonna hire me now.
We have our life insurance policies. It's not an endowment, but it's something.
A few $100s isn't gonna be enough. One of us has to die. Lately, I've been thinking it wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Don't talk like that. I'd be lost without you.
Oh, I wasn't talking about me.
Well, Mr. Trent is your insurance auditor. To be honest, this whole affair is mighty suspicious. You lose your job, bills are piling up, and the very next day your wife disappears.
I don't like where you're going with this. Are you saying I killed her?
Maybe. No, she could have left. Maybe the two of you are working together. Either
With the
way,
Brotherhood
I
behind
have 7
us,
years
we'll
to
never
find
fall.
out. That's 7 years before Mr.
Caravans
Person
ain't
is
exactly
presumed
the
dead,
get-to-know-you
Mr.
type.
Trent. Do you think you can hold out for that long?
Actually,
Busy here?
most murders
Hey
are
again.
solved within
Step
48
right up.
hours.
Little bit of everything from
Are
all
you
over.
admitting you murdered your wife?
Let's see what you've got.
You got the caps?
wasn't
I got the
talking
goods.
about my wife.
Mr. Trent, you realize why we're here, don't you? First your wife goes missing, and then the insurance auditor assigned to your case.
I don't see what's so strange about it. People disappear all the time.
Maybe so, but you took out a life insurance policy on both your wife and the auditor. Now the wife I get, but according to our records, you'd never even met the auditor before.
So, he was old and out of shape. It didn't take a genius to see he was gonna die.
Funny, according to our records, the auditor was young and in good health.
I wasn't talking about the auditor.
Did you hear what happened up in Redwood 7 years ago? An entire town disappeared without a trace. People thought it was haunted. There were no witnesses, no bodies, no one there to figure out how the whole thing went down. So when you told me a customer wants to cash in multiple policies over $1 million, first thing I did was look up the addresses. And guess what? They're all from Redwood. It's been 7 years. Which means none of them were presumed dead until today. But what I don't understand, Barry, is who turned these in. I've been here all morning, and I haven't seen a single customer walk through those doors.
I wasn't talking about the customer.
At the Slocum Show Roasting House in Boston, Massachusetts, something special is brewing. Here, a new blend of coffee is being brewed in secret, with beans from the mountains of Colombia, Nicaragua, and Detroit. For the launch of this new blend, minor league pitcher Connor Affleck visited with Roastmaster Kim Welsh to see how it's made.
When they told me I was getting a cup of coffee, I thought I was being called up to the majors. I called my family and they were gonna fly in from Oklahoma. It's been 12 years. 12 long years. And I thought I was finally going to the show. Even if it was just for a cup of coffee.
And that's what we make here. Coffee.
It was supposed to be an analogy.
Nope, it's actually coffee.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Coffee is very complex, Connor. There are about 1,000 aroma and flavor compounds all told. Of course, you can't taste all of them, but you can taste a lot.
Yeah? How many can you taste?
Right now, just one. Coffee. But I'm still working on the others.
I just want to go home.
As you can see, these coffee samples all taste great individually, but what makes Slocum's Show special is the blend. This is the stuff the big leaguers drink in every clubhouse. Big leaguers just like Connor over here. Slocum's Show, the coffee house that taste builds.
Feral ghouls like to hide in the dark. Makes night patrol a real fright fest.
Picture a woman looking at a picture. The motion kind. The woman watching is Candace Booker. Once a brilliant star, her shine has faded in the light of a new day. Formerly on cloud 9, her forecast for the next decade is never-ending rain. Struck down, she finds herself lying in the street, trying desperately to write down the license number of the double-decker bus that ran her over. A bus called Fame.
Miss Booker, would you like some tea? It's almost noon and you've been in this room all day.
Tell me, Mr. Perkins, when you look at this picture, what do you see?
I don't know, Miss Booker. I just walked in.
You see nothing, because it's empty. Films today are artless drivel designed for symbols. Perfect for today's youth. What with their jukeboxes and fast cars and rock and roll. Whatever happened to charm and romance? Whatever happened to the 1930s?
Well, it wasn't good times for most people, Miss Booker.
No, prisoner!
There is a reason they call it the Depression.
And what do you think I am now? Happy?
Let's show them how the Brotherhood does it.
I'm more depressed than I've ever been.
No, I don't think that's what they mean by depression, Miss Booker.
And what do they mean, Mr. Perkins? Christ, that's just another thing that's wrong with today's youth, always speaking in jive. They don't have the class of a Marcus Grant or an Arthur Stewart.
Keep your safeties off.
Why isn't he in this picture?
Isn't Mr. Stewart dead?
He is. And his rotting corpse is
Good work.
twice the man
Don't
he's
leave
reasonable
anything
ever
behind.
be. In fact, we should dig him up. Then they'll see. They'll all see.
It's the story of two washed-up actors. One living, one dead. On the beach we call Hollywood. It's two people who were once the bee's knees, coming to the realization that when you can fly, knees are not a critical part of your anatomy. Coming to theaters this summer, it's Falling Stars. A story you won't soon forget, about a time you've long since forgotten.
We may have a problem here. Facilities like this were funded by privately owned corporations, more interested in making a profit than helping mankind. Hold on. I think we're being stalked.
Beastly nuisance. Thought as much. That's nothing there after all. Is the missus feeling jittery and distracted? Perhaps she's suffering from what leading doctors are calling ladies' hysteria.
Basement.
No way I could pick this.
Please remain calm if you are injured. Second floor. Protect and serve. Please remain calm if you are injured.
Don't think I can pick this.
Protect and serve. Please remain calm if you are injured.
Free here. That's done with.
Basement. All
This area
is
seems
right
to be
there.
in disarray. Wonder if this is... Damn! Lost him.
Don't stand still.
Long live the Brotherhood!
Second floor.
Glad to have you aboard. We'll be taking off in a moment. Your minigun should be loaded and ready to fire. Good shooting, sir. Looks like a good landing spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
You lead the way, and I'll always...
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
You should see the capital wasteland.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Teagan might have what you need.
What can I get for you today?
Let me see what you have.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she'll be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
Feeling creative today?
Never did like this rust bucket. Oh, sure, the Priglin's a fine ship, but put me in the field any day.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner.
I can't wait to see Liberty Prime in action again.
Proctor.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight. If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Glad to have you aboard. We'll be taking off in a moment. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Keep your safeties off.
Does your wife complain of headaches, nausea, or fatigue during that special time? Well, the problem isn't with her. It's with you, Nibno. She's
Setting her down at the target location.
And the best way to cure it is with W.A. Chesterfield's magic.
Time to suit up.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Stand by for takeoff. All weapon systems are go. Good shooting, Knight.
Keep your safeties off.
Summertime, the children are burning energy fast. There's the Johnson's boy, Timmy, playing football in the
Looks
park.
like a good landing spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
You keep that up, Sally, and you're going to be an Olympic medalist one day. But where's your child? Maybe he's like Eric over here.
Remain vigilant. I know they're still here.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwin's here, we don't really need you anymore. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
I hope this plan works.
Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Waking up is never fun. You're tired and groggy. You hate your job, your marriage is in shambles, and you have a sneaking suspicion your children are drug addicts. Why would anyone in your position want to get up and play out such a miserable existence?
Not getting past me!
Fortunately for you, the Wakemaster alarm clock is so loud, so infuriatingly noisy, that you'll have no choice but to get out of bed and run 3 miles just to get the ringing out of your ears. With its password-encrypted snooze button, this precise, state-of-the-art alarm clock will never fail to wake you up, saving you and your family from your own existential dread. The Wakemaster alarm clock, now in 3 colors, platinum, yellow, and lime green.
Pin them down! Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
In an age where monstrous beasts roamed the land and virgin eaters stormed the skies, there was only one man the people could turn to in their darkest hour. Grognak the Barbarian. Watch him go toe-to-tail with the evil man-Saurian in this one-of-a-kind motion picture event.
Grognak, your entire village and all its sultry virgins will belong to me, and there's nothing you can do.
Tell me, you stupid lizard. Which half of you is man?
Hey, what do you want?
Top or bottom?
Let's see what you got.
What difference does that make to you?
Because when Grognak rips off that pathetic worm between your legs, he wants to make sure it never grows back.
My tail is not pathetic.
Grognak was not talking about your tail.
Will the Mansaurian unleash the deadly Virgin Eater upon the land? Or will Grognak escape his bonds and save the fair village maiden? Find out in this special Hubris Comics presentation of Grognak the Barbarian.
Whether you're searching for a new piece of jewelry or an entire wardrobe, Fallon's department store is the place to go, with multiple locations throughout the greater Boston area. Fallon's is always there when you need it. Clean, close, convenient clothing. Be sure to visit our flagship store in West Roxbury, now carrying our entire line of merchandise.
I can't imagine how anything can survive in this irradiated zone.
This is a warning to all those listening. Here on this radio program,
I believe that this is a
we
bomb
bring you
disposal
stories
facility.
of the paranormal and supernatural. We investigate the mysteries veiled in the darkness, knowing
It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well. I'd just leave that if I were you. Why is it so quiet in here? I don't like this. drenched with water is just going to slow us down.
Hey there.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Oh, right. Hallowed ground. Obviously. Just look how wonderful this place is.
Your mockery is wasted. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
This man is obviously delusional. I recommend we switch tactics.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
Paladin.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertebrates arrive.
Was it something I said?
Not at all. I just don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight.
We have a situation. Instruments read all clear. We're green for takeoff. All weapon systems are go. Good shooting, Knight. landing.
Huh?
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Hey there.
I'm sure I have something you need.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Here's what I got.